Hello, and welcome to another episode of Carpenter. We got a couple folks running late, but we're going to start the story before them with the players that we have. And now your storyteller, Devin.
Yay! So when we last left off, Jack Hale and Connor Ward had split off from the rest of the group to head back to the, why am I blanking on the name? Oak Tree Motel. I kept wanting to say Shady Oaks, and that was not it. Back to the Oak Tree Motel, where they first discovered the murdered body of... Did you guys find out her name?
Yes, we did. I think it was Janet?
We're supposed to have this kind of stuff written down.
I have notes.
Janet was the lady who told us who her name was. Janet was the older lady in the library.
Technically, though, we weren't there, so we didn't hear any of that.
So I don't know nothing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Her name is Shelley Jacobs.
There you go.
I have notes, bitch.
Making sure. Gotta stay on top of this. So, back at the Oak Tree Motel, Jack Hale and Connor Ward are walking up. And the first thing that's going to be immediately noticeable, you guys don't need to roll for this at all. There is a cop car parked right in the parking lot of the motel, but the lights are not on.
Fucking great. Connor is going to... So, can Connor and Jack both see this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, you guys are kind of like walking up to the motel. You're not quite there yet, but like it's right in the front of the parking lot.
Okay, so Connor's going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to attempt a stealth roll.
Okay.
So what do I just roll straight stealth, or do you want me to roll something else with it?
It's usually stealth plus. Let me get my character sheet up because I always need to look at it. Yeah, probably stealth and dex makes the most sense here.
Cool. All right.
Subterfuge?
And if I fail this, does he see me automatically since we're
they're still
far away, or is this because I just want to do this preemptively?
So, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to you know, basically put. I don't know what Jack's doing, but I'm trying to kind of put my arm like in front of him, like, you know, go like this, and I'm sure he's already on top of that too.
You can just do that though. You don't need to roll stealth to do that.
I know, but I want to like basically start sneaking closer without being seen. I want to try to do that.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to start sneaking up, yeah, then I guess just roll me a stealth check.
Okay. All right. One success.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah, as far as you know, nothing has seen you. Nothing happens immediately.
And there's no light on the cop car. Can I see if there's anyone in the cop car right now?
You guys are a little far away. You can roll me a perception, or you can try and move a little closer.
I look over at Jack and say, what do you want to do? Do you want to try and get a little bit closer to see if we can see what's going on over there? Or do you want to just kind of...
Well, you're already ahead of him a little bit. You can't whisper to him. You snuck ahead.
Okay.
He hasn't done anything.
Can I roll another stealth?
You want to stealth up to the car more?
What's that?
You want to stealth up to the car more?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
What is perception in this?
It's investigation and usually like intelligence or wits.
Fuck. One success again. Fuck.
Yeah, you sneak close to the car, and as far as you know, nobody has seen you yet. At this point, you're probably like 10 feet from the car. You're pretty close.
Okay, I guess I'll do a perception.
Yeah, at this point, you're close enough to see. There's nobody in that car.
Okay. Is the door to the hotel room still open?
So from the front of the parking lot, you can't see this particular room. This room is bottom floor, but the furthest back room from the parking lot when you guys first rolled up. You weren't fresh out of your cars. You had to walk up to it a bit.
So without
Is there a way to go around? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, is there a way to go around? Like, go around to the other side where I could see it from the other side? Is it, like, connecting, like, an open hallway all the way back? Or is it just, like, I can't get to it?
With the way this would be shaped, you could maybe get around the back. Because, like, it has, like, a big, you know, like, pole fence behind it, not like a chain link thing, but it's got like the big bars that go across. I don't know what that's called, but it's got a big fence, and there's like a person-sized gap between the buildings and the fence. And with you remembering where it is, I mean, yeah, you could squeeze your way through there.
Okay, I think I'm going to. What's Jack doing?
So while he's moving up, I'm gonna take a perceptional look around, just see if there's any movement, anybody moving in any of the rooms. I'm kind of looking to see if I can see the cops that go with said cop car. 5 successes.
Was that wits or intelligence you rolled with it?
Intelligence.
Okay, good. Yeah, 5 successes. You're not really. Nobody's out here. Like, there's nobody like outside, looking out over the scene or anything.
No
You just
motion
see-
by the windows or nothing. Nothing like no shadows. So nothing that.
Have you caught up to him at this point?
Before I start, this was before I started moving. This was just.
Yeah, from where you are, you're not seeing anything. There's nobody around.
All right, I'll move up, I guess, quietly and see if I can get up to him.
And Colin, you can tell him there's nobody in that car if you want. I don't know if it makes a difference to you.
There's no one in the car.
Well, then I'm just gonna walk up.
Okay. Yeah, so once you're caught up with him, you're seeing what he did. It's empty car. The room is kind of further back. You guys will have to walk into like the little motel complex, if you will, a little bit further. It's kind of in a big L shape, but it's 2 buildings. So there's
Right.
one here that you walk up on, and then there's a further back one. She would be the corner where the 2 points meet, but the door is on the further back side.
So from where we are now, where's my vehicle compared to where I am now?
Your vehicle is in the same parking lot where the cop car is, but where the cop car is towards the front of the L. Yours is closer to where that actual motel room is.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to make my way over to my car then.
Okay. Yeah. As you proceed forward, as you get close to your car, and you get to your car without really it's pretty late at this point. Nobody's really up. Like there's maybe 1 or 2 lights on in the motel room. Who the fuck knows what's going on in those? Curtains are drawn, and you're happy about that. But as you're getting closer, you're not really seeing anybody. You can get to your car, no problem. But as you take a look around, there is light coming from down where that room was.
Does Connor see this too?
If you walk up with him, yeah, you would see it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk with him, and I'm gonna go to my car as well, and
You're parked near enough to each other.
okay, I'm going to
two
walk
or
over to
three
my
cars.
car, pop open the trunk, and take out a duffel bag, and then shut the trunk, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey Jack, let me ride with you."
Not a problem, but are we leaving, or did you want to check this place out some more?
I assumed we were leaving because you were going to your car, but
And
I
you
mean,
see me
that's-
pop open the trunk and grab my full-on doctor's bag, or full-on medic EMT bag. Like, I just don't know what we're going to be going into. I just wanted to grab this, make sure we were square.
oh, I thought we were leaving since there's cops here, and
I mean,
kind
we
of
can
looked
we can go.
suspicious.
That's fine. We can come back and check this later. It's no big deal. I don't have any questions for the cops unless you do.
Oh no, I don't.
That's fine. So I'll shut the trunk, hop in my car.
Cool. I get in the car.
Okay, cool. So while you guys are starting to, I take you guys are heading back to the library, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so while you two start to head back to the library, the folks in the library where we left off, you guys had gotten to the library. You had talked to the librarian who said she was going to help you out by grabbing you some books from the restricted area and looking to see if she had anything from her old friend that would maybe let her know where she'd been staying or anything like that. While the librarian walked away, a busty young lady came over and introduced herself. I don't remember if she told you why she was interested in your conversation.
I don't reckon she did.
Okay, then we can pick it up from Sky's introduction to the group.
If I remember correctly, I actually told them that I came to the town for the history of the murders and all of
The
that.
horror file.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
That was where we left off.
Okay, good. So she did tell you, yeah.
Yeah.
So you find out, while you guys are talking about a missing friend, she came up and basically said she was interested in folks going missing. She's in town looking in, like she's just really into the murderers and the mystery of the town. So she's mostly just curious about your friend who's gone missing.
Interesting.
And we don't have Clifton here. Okay.
No,
Is Clifton missing today's session?
He said he'd be here late. I'm hoping he does not miss the whole thing.
Okay.
But, you know, we will... Unfortunately, things are written and they might have to get shifted, but that's fine. You guys do your thing. You guys are still in an introduction for now, so he has plenty of time.
Well, you're the DM, so you can just play Clifton's character.
That's true. Like, I could
impersonate Clifton. Hi, I'm Clifton.
You may have seen me on the TV before.
It's not hard. Just pick the worst option possible every time.
wow.
And look at the camera like...
For now, let's just... I mean, that's where you guys left off with Sky. She's letting you know she's interested in the girl who's gone missing. You know, at this point, you can dismiss her if you really want. That's a really dick move, so...
I'm gonna take a look around for the librarian. As I said, as I remember stating at the earlier, my interest in this girl is passing at best. I'm trying to find out. I'm waiting for this librarian to come back. Mrs. I knew her name. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Jenkins.
Jenkins? Mrs. Jenkins.
Well, you take notes, motherfucker. No, I'm kidding.
Her name
I
is
never do. I'm the worst
Tabitha.
at that. Colin knows. I am the worst with remembering any character's name at any point in time.
That's why I write notes, because I don't even remember the characters' names that I make up. So,
Frill. Yeah, so Mrs. Jenkins, and actually, as you glance back towards like the front desk area, you actually don't see her. Presumably, she went into an office or something to check personal files, as this was a personal friend.
Fair.
Right, she was gonna give me a list of those books Miss Jacobs had been researching.
It was mainly Colin who was talking to her, actually.
No.
Oh, Clifton?
Clifton.
Clifton.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, she's
I'm getting my C's together.
She's gone now. Sky.
That's what I was referencing. Not.
Did you get a chance to answer the question for us on how you got access to these fancy books?
Referring to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You or Sky?
Yes. I'm like I was saying. I was in town, and me and her struck up a good conversation. She let me take a look at these books.
Were you and Miss Jenkins, or you
Yes,
and
sir.
Miss Jacobs?
Jenkins.
Oh, so that's all it takes? I mean, I wish I could take a look at these books. What books do you have right there?
So for the record, the books he has now are not charter books, though I think I remember we said Sky did become a charter member. But the ones you'd be looking at, those aren't charter books.
Curiouser and curiouser, I reckon. How did you become a charter member? Where do I apply?
I can feed you. I like that you're asking him questions that you know I have to answer for him. You're
I'm kind of here like
so nice. Hold on.
And I'd like you to answer in her voice, please.
I paid for it. I paid to become a charter member.
Cash, grass, or ass. One of them's got to go.
Well, I'm pretty, so maybe I'll try it from that route.
I can be a bit persuasive at times. So that may have helped a little bit. No.
It's at this point that Rudolph's character is actually just kind of gonna so with where you were facing, Eduardo, where you're talking to Sky, this would be Rudolph would be sort of facing kind of at you, like over your right shoulder. He's just kind of gonna grab and push you to the side and just total gape-jawed, wide-eyed start marching in that direction. And as you look towards that direction, heading towards
Where would you be going?
No
Isn't-
response.
I'm just gonna follow him.
Wait, isn't that the section that we can't go into?
It's the section you're not supposed to go into, correct?
No, I'll say that to them.
Okay.
I think someone should stay behind and make sure Ms. Jenkins doesn't get upset.
Well,
Or
I'm
you
sure-
could just wait for her to. I'll sigh, and as they keep going, I'll turn and prep for talking to Miss Jenkins. That's when she comes back and wonders where everyone else is.
Okay, you're not going with them?
No.
Okay, Sky, are you going with them?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually allowed to be there, so that's a bit different than them going in.
Okay.
So I can tell Miss Jenkins that you took them back there.
I took her back there.
better hope
Ooh.
that works.
You can say what you want. I'm just following the dude.
Sorry, just gotta get to that point in my notes.
In my notes.
Okay, as you guys start to walk back into the collected editions section, as nice as the library was up front, this is another level. This is old and ornate shelves that are like hand carved. The books are in immaculate condition. The chairs that are, it's a big circular room, 2 stories tall, books lining the walls all across with, bookshelves coming out to form little cubbies all around it, and a big spiral staircase up one side to go up to the 2nd floor of it. In the middle of it is a huge, wooden table, nice, heavy wood, hand-carved again, big, luxurious chairs all lined up around it. And the whole thing has a big... Think of how a race car is kind of caged around the shell. This is the same kind of thing. As you're walking up on this circular room, there's actually a little bit of a cage and a cage doorway. And the caging lines anywhere where it's not hard bookshelf. And Clifton is still, Rudolph is still just he's not responding to you guys. He's after something. He's following something into this room.
Rudolph, slow down.
Totally ignoring you.
Have quick question.
Yep.
Have Connor and Jack made it back to the library yet, or is that
By this point, no, not
Okay.
quite.
How far away from Rudolph am I?
So the walk to get there was a 15-20 minute walk, because remember before you guys were sprinting
Yeah.
after a hooded figure and then ran further out of the fog. So it was 15-20 minutes to get there, probably a 5-minute drive to get back, but they just barely got there and started talking, so consider these overlapping time frames.
Cool.
How far
sorry.
is Rudolph from me?
5 feet or so. You could reach out and grab him pretty easily.
I'd like to catch up to him and grab him, try to get him to talk to me.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't really resist you too much when you, stop him, but he's still just kind of, staring at you and looking back to where he was going.
Rudolph, what are you after?
He just kind of says, "My wife," and pushes you away a little bit so he can start heading back that way.
Is she
And-
bound to be in the library at this time?
By this point, he's passed through the cage section of it. He's firmly in the room at this point.
I guess I'm going after him.
Still
then-
following him.
Okay. About the time that Sky enters the room last, the cage door actually slams closed, and in the middle of that table, a green rune starts to glow. And the whole room kind of takes on a dark, ashy kind of shimmer to it. And a voice calls out, "Oh, you're in a lot of trouble. But I'm a friend, and I can help."
Is this something that I would have heard and seen? Okay,
No,
so
as far as you know, they just walked into a back room. That's the
And-
last you saw.
did I see the gate close behind them or no?
No,
Can I
this
see
is-
the gate?
No, with the way the charter room section goes, is it's behind 2 big double doors, so it's all the way in the back of the library, and then 2 big double doors that you'd walk through, and then you could look in as they were walking through. It's a hallway past there.
Cool. So for all I know, they're off in the back.
Yep.
Cool.
Would I know anything about this voice? Have I run into it before?
Does not sound familiar to you now.
What about the rune?
Roll me an occult and investigation.
Fair enough. An investigation. Oh, that's not bad. Let's see how it goes. Dang all rolling dice, man. That is 2 successes.
2 successes. You know it's a rune. You know it's really old, but you're not really sure what it is.
All right, fair enough. Hello there, voice of. Where are you?
In the center of the table, above that rune, kind of just a smoky wisp is just kind of gonna puff out of that.
How about your name?
No. Unfortunately, that's not how this works. But I am prepared to make a deal. You're in for a world of hurt, and I can show you an alternate exit to a place you shouldn't have come to in the first place.
I step up acting all excited. Is this really happening?
It's not happening.
That seems mildly threatening.
Mildly, majorly. It all depends on how you assess a situation.
I look towards the guys. Can we go? I want to go. Please, let's go.
I'm not even sure we're going anywhere. Smokey here has just said that we're in trouble of some sort.
Smokey. You're playing with my emotions, Smokey.
I was waiting for that.
He'll say, look, you've entered an area that is very, very confidential, and the people who own it don't want people like you in it. Except for that one, she paid and you ruined that for, which is unfortunate. So, I can offer you a way to simply leave, the owners of this room none the wiser, or you can try and deal with the security system, which you will not enjoy.
But before we get into the not enjoying part, our friend here seems a bit manic. He seems like he saw his wife in here. Does that sound familiar to you, Smokey?
Wasn't me.
All right. So what?
And Rudolph will look up and go, I'm sorry, I saw her, but I don't know what happened.
All right, Rudolph, just sit in the corner. Let me try and figure this out with our friend here. And what is this going to cost us to not alert the system or whatnot?
A simple favor. I need something done outside of this room, which unfortunately I can't seem to get out of. You complete a task for me, and I'll consider our debt repaid. I don't know, I'm shrugging. He doesn't have arms. That's me doing that. Don't question it.
I mean, I'd like to confer with my compatriots, not obviously the manic one there in the corner.
Feel free, but keep in mind I can't keep time stopped like this forever.
Ooh, that's a new one. I've never had that happen. Would you care to explain the mechanics of that? That's mighty interesting.
No.
See, no fun. Sky, where you land on this?
I want to see what the Misty Man wants us to do.
All right, Smokey. I guess I'm with a lady. What sort of task would you have us do?
Luckily for you, it's very simple, as you probably are yourself. All I need you to do is go visit a certain someone and pick me up a certain something. Should be easy, right?
Well, I'm sure on face value it sounds easy, but I've dated that girl before.
Well, I'm going to need you to agree before I give you any more detail.
I'm just gonna stare at Sky.
kind of want to do it.
I knew you'd say that, and not and in the worst way possible too. How about this? Can I barter? How about we would like passage again?
No, I'm already doing you enough of a favor.
Well, I mean, let's negotiate. I mean, you one favor to let us out. What would it take for us to be able to come back?
A lot more than you can afford right now, I'm afraid.
After this, am I still allowed to come back?
You paid. But you should not have brought friends.
I followed that one. I pointed the manic guy in the corner.
And you didn't stop him. I don't make the rules. I hardly follow them.
All right, looks like we don't got much of a choice. We'll go pick up a thing from a person and whatever else you want.
Perfect. And the smoky figure will kind of glow like a fire was lit inside of it, and you all feel a burning on your upper arm. And anybody who bothers to check, you see a small sigil. It's just a small black spot with a unburnt spot in the center of it that's burnt into your, burnt. Kind of, something's not right about the spot. It's a little blacker than a normal burn would be, and it's not all puckered and scarred. But it is marked into your arm. And that's going to be for Sky, for Grudge, and for Rudolph. So the smoky figure, joining from his phone.
All right.
Wait.
Well, nope.
Gotta give him a quick recap.
Okay.
Keep going.
So the smoky figure says, Eladia Sabine, local fortune teller, everyone's favorite around Halloween, has a certain possession of mine. I'm going to need you to get it back. It's easy enough to find, right underneath that ridiculous crystal ball. There's nothing crystal about it, it's polished glass. Tacky.
Are we stealing her magic doodad that makes her make a living here?
She makes a living off lying to stupid people. She stumbled upon my goods. Just bring me the stone.
All right. What shall we call this stone thing in case we need to inquire about it?
You should definitely not inquire about it. She's not gonna let it go for anything.
Apparently, Sky can be very persuasive.
Good luck. You have your task. Fly, fly, my pretties. And as he says that, the smoke and ash will just kind of fade out. The rune will dim. And all around the table, the floor will start to drop into a staircase, spiraling down.
Scary staircase down.
I don't see
Smoky.
another way, and I start walking down.
I don't trust her either. I'm gonna follow her. Wait,
Rudolph
no.
is gonna shrug at you and start to walk down after her.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Rudolph in between us. I don't
Cannon
need him
fodder.
wandering off. Oh. All right, so we follow down.
All right. As you guys are starting to head down, you guys are walking for a solid, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 minutes down, down, down. It's getting impossibly dark, and the air is getting kind of wet and humid.
With that in mind, isn't it the guys who took the car, shouldn't they be back by the time we get to the bottom?
We'll get there. You have no concept of that right now.
Okay.
Just gonna keep making sure we keep an eye on our surroundings myself and keep walking. Unless I see any other route to take.
So you're hitting a point where you can't really see the steps in front of you. It's that dark.
I'll just bust out my phone and turn on the flashlight.
Okay. Roll me. I'll roll it for Clifton as well. But Sky and Dr. Grudge, with the light on, can you all roll me investigation and intelligence?
Sure can. Ooh, I'm smart.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't mean nothing. I'm rolling a
Clifton
dick.
is just getting lucky. Well, not that lucky. 2 successes for Clifton.
1. I got 1.
1. And then Sky, what did you get?
What's the success again? 8 or higher?
8, 9, 10, and then 10s you get to roll for a chance at another success.
No successes.
None? Okay.
None.
So Rudolph would be the only one who noticed, and he kind of just reaches out and grabs Sky by the back of the shirt before she can take another step. And spray painted on the wall, it just says, "Never cross the white line." And at that point,
I was like, I push him. No.
Jack Hale and Connor Ward are pulling up outside of the library. And you guys will see exactly what the last group saw. The library is nice. And Connor would be aware of this. Like, the city has pumped a lot of money into this library. It's, a nice thing in the middle of a kind of shithole town, but it's really nice. This is a well-kept library.
Is this something that was around back when Connor was living here before?
Yes, but it wasn't quite as nice back then.
Okay.
This has probably been the last 10 years, 8 to 10 years, that it started to get fixed up really nice.
So Connor gets out of the car and he just kind of like looks around at the library and he's like, okay.
I'm gonna get out and I go, it's kind of interesting. You've got a rundown shit-ass motel, but apparently someone's dumped a shit ton of money in this library.
Yeah, well, the crackheads and the fucking junkies got to go somewhere, right?
Fair.
And as you guys head inside, you don't see the librarian or anybody, but waiting kind of middle of the library-ish, in view is Squid.
Can they even get in?
Yeah, she never locked the door after you guys headed in.
Okay. I must turn and look when I hear the noise of them coming in. Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Oh, look, it's the group that decided to be impatient. Where's the
I
rest
didn't
of your
have
group?
anything to do with that. I tried to stop him.
It's not important.
Speaking of, where's the rest of them?
Rudolph went that way, and Grudge followed him. I decided to wait for the librarian. The librarian's getting us some information. It's Mrs. Jenkins. She comes by the bar sometimes. She said she'd get us some information about the girl. And I'll fill them in really quickly before she comes back, as to the best of my ability. I'm like double checking to make sure she's not near me. That letting them know that I told the librarian what I told the librarian about the fact that I didn't tell her that this chick's dead, and that I didn't lie, but I lied by omitting some of the details as to what's going on. I fill them in so that there's not any miscommunication. They don't inadvertently say something to the librarian to let the librarian know.
Sure.
And I'll let them know that there was another person in the library, a girl by the name of Sky, who'd walked up, and she had gone with Grudge towards in that direction.
Interesting.
Connor's gonna. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, just looking around to make sure the librarian's not around. I'm gonna go. By the way, yeah, there's now an officer vehicle in the hotel, and someone's checking out the room. FYI.
And you all left your cars there.
I didn't have a car. I don't have a car.
I borrowed mine, so.
Not my problem.
I'm gonna look at you and go, so that's why you were so willing to leave it.
It's borrowed.
I shrug my shoulders, having done that once or twice, but not in any time recently.
So it's at about this point, Miss Jenkins is going to walk back up. So I have a list of the books your friend checked out. Quite a lot of them are from the back room. I could retrieve them, but not until tomorrow. It's very late and we need to be closing up. Where is your friend?
I think he went looking for the bathroom. He got up and he didn't say much, but he was looking around. And I'll turn towards her and look towards the books and go, thank you so much. Really turn on the charm as best I can to let her know how much I really appreciate her taking her time out of her way to explain and help us out.
Not a problem. I've also written down the address for a local tavern. She became friends with a few of the patrons there. I believe she was staying on one of their couches.
I'm assuming I would know the tavern.
It's actually not the one you work at, but yes, you would.
But I would know it right away.
Yes.
Connor's got a rank in Barfly, so he would know it too.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the barfly as well.
And that bar is... Well, it doesn't matter right now, but when we get there. So for now, she'll say, excellent. So if you can gather up your friends, I can escort you out.
Thank you very much. Yeah, let me go find him real quick, and I'm going to head in the direction where I think they went, but also not quite where they went, and I'm going to just try and move so that I am outside of her purview, because I don't know where they went, and I know we need to grab them, and I know that they probably shouldn't have gone the angle that they went, so it's going to be like, hey, where the fuck are you guys? Like, looking around, like...
I mean, you saw where they went. They, like, beelined it there. There was no sneaking.
Right. But I also knew that was there from Sky, because she's the member. That was the area that they're not supposed to be in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I still... my course of action stands.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so you kind of wander off. Gonna have to make you roll me stealth, though, to see if she notices you kind of... start to pitch back in when you do. Because, I mean, she's literally not doing anything but staring at Jack and Connor. So she's, like, waiting on you.
Fair. Attributes? What's stealth?
That one, I believe there is just stealth. Where's my damn character sheet I had pulled up?
There is a skill for stealth.
Yep, so it's going to be
Dexterity.
stealth and dexterity.
Cool.
Rudolph, your compatriots got your character into trouble. You're welcome.
Why would I do that?
To be fair, someone else is playing your character and they got your shit into trouble.
Devin was.
Devin was playing it?
3
Yeah.
successes, but -1 because of physical unskill.
You just roll one less die.
Oh, okay. 2 successes.
Yeah, since you already rolled them, that's
I
fair.
already rolled them. I thought it was minus from
No,
however many
Most everything plus minus is adding whole
dice to the pool, not
Yeah.
after. Got you. My bad.
Yep.
Okay, so 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, with 2, you alert her attention enough that she's gonna start heading towards where you went because she sees you kind of doubling back over. What's up?
I was just wondering if someone could give me a quick rundown of what's happened so far
Somebody type.
over the past half hour.
I can
Yeah.
just.
You
shout
didn't
it
miss
out real quick.
much.
Oh, okay.
So, well, he did only because he has the curse mark. So you saw your dead wife beckoning you towards the restricted area. So you walked back there, leading Dr. Grudge and Sky with you. Met what you can only assume is some sort of wraith who made a deal to let you out of the room and bypass the security as long as you do him a favor. And once you guys agreed to do him the favor, you were branded with a sigil.
Oh, okay. Is that all?
You know, nothing
big deal.
major. And then actually, one more thing. You walked down a very long, creepy spiral staircase, and you were actually the one who noticed a sign painted on the wall that said "Never cross the white line."
Oh. Did I relay that information?
You did.
Connor
Excellent.
and Jack have shown up at the library. I've sweet talked my way past the librarian to get us information, as well as and then I'm currently looking for you guys because you guys left and I was waiting for the librarian. I don't know exactly where you went, and that's where we are now.
Cool.
2 quick questions.
Yep.
Number 1, what is empathy used for again?
Empathizing.
I mean,
Clearly, yeah. I guess what situation would that be useful?
a
for?
lot of reading people or
Okay.
leveling.
See a
That's
girl at a
exact-
bar. It
I
looks
guess
like
I-
she's about to cry. You can
Yeah, yeah.
It's
My,
your insight.
I was thinking either that or sense motive.
Right. It can be
Cool.
used that.
Very
It's just a matter of like
See,
reading somebody on an emotional level.
You put it in Pathfinder terms, and I understand. Okay. Also, other question: do I know the librarian at all?
Not on any sort of personal level.
Would she recognize me?
You stole her
No.
wallet once.
Yeah, no, she's not. No. This isn't like a school library, and it's like a town library. So unless that was like a place you frequented all the time, she would not really have any reason to know you.
Um,
And it's been so
Okay.
long since you've been back, she wouldn't like recognize you from the paper or anything, you know?
okay.
But yeah, so she's actually gonna walk back over to Squid and go, "Can't find your friends. It's really time we be closing up."
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I thought they were going to the bathroom or something. They may have just left without telling me while I was waiting for you. I can go check out at the car if you want.
Yes, you please head out to the car with your friends. I can clear people out of the library. Not
Thank
my-
you again. About the books, can I check out the ones that I'm okay to take now, and can I come and talk to you tomorrow about the other ones?
The library is officially closed for business. You will need to come back tomorrow to check out all of these.
Okay, I will once again thank her profusely. Let her know that the next time she comes by the bar, her drinks for that night are on me. And just really kind of not trying to lay it on thick, but I wanted to know that I'm being genuine.
Sure.
And then I will say, I'll wave to the Connor and Jack and say, "All right, guys, let's go check out by the car." And as I start heading out, I'll kind of just make like a hand gesture in front of my chest where she can't see it, like "Let's go."
You guys heading out
Fuck
with
out.
them?
No, I punch her in the face.
It's always an
Thank-
option in D&D.
I'm not.
Technically,
By the
not
way-
here.
The Smoky character is like the same person as Baracus, by the way.
He's always got to be somewhere.
Yeah, right. No, okay. Yeah, I guess I go out. Sad.
Okay. So the three of you guys outside, we will cut back to the folks who are walking down the staircase. So down at the bottom of the staircase, you guys start to enter into a really large room that, like, it goes back far enough that in this much dark, even with your light, you cannot see the back wall. And along where the entrance is, painted all the way down a good 5 feet in front of you, is a big, thick, white spray-painted line across the entire length of the room. Kind of, not even cutting it in half, cutting it in a big majority towards the part you're not supposed to go in, but, 5 feet right from the walkway, and then all the way down to either wall.
Does our current path take us past the white line?
I mean, the staircase only leads into this room. There's not like another path. It's just this room.
Without
Fondly.
crossing the white line, is there another way out of this room?
You can't see to the other wall, and it's probably a good. You can't. Well, with how dark. Remember, there is no light down here, and you're for sure underground. There is no light, so you can only see about as far as his cell phone light will let you see. So you can see a good, 15 feet in either direction. From what you can tell from standing here, there's not a door along that wall at all, but you could try and investigate it further.
Yeah, I'd like to, obviously stepping very carefully. Since I have the light, I'll step around Rudolph and Sky and try to investigate to see if there's a path on this side of the white line.
Yeah, roll me investigation and intelligence.
I'm gonna step away for a real quick second while he does that. I'll be right back.
No worries. Yeah, I mean, Jack, Connor, they're going to be doing this for a good minute here. So
Cool.
you guys need a
Cigarette time.
cigarette or something.
One
Feel
success.
One success. I mean, it's really dark. You're having a hard time like fumbling, and the white line is just kind of drawing your attention. You're really aware of like trying not to cross over this thing. It's gotten in your head a bit, so you don't think there's a door. Nothing that you're finding.
Can I try and find a rock or something on the ground?
Okay, yeah, investigation and intelligence.
All right. Investigation. That's the same roll I did before, so roll again. One success.
Yeah, same. You're as far as you guys know. Nope, there's no other exit.
I said I was looking.
He was looking for a rock.
Oh, a rock. Oh, yeah. With one success, the only rock you can see is firmly on the other side of the white line.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
I throw like a coin?
Yeah.
Instead?
Does anyone have anything we can test this white line with?
Throw it over. I'm a girl. Could we say I have lipstick in a purse or something?
Yeah, no, I'm sure you have. Yeah, whatever you want to toss over the line, I'm sure you have something.
Reach in my purse, pull out lipstick, and throw it across the line.
Okay. You throw the lipstick across the line. Can you guys roll me? Let's do wits and straight wits roll. Roll me straight wits.
throwing away lipstick. Spoken as someone who's never bought lipstick.
Yeah, exactly. I was
9.
about to say, you know how much that shit costs?
One success.
2 successes.
2 successes.
9 successes.
9?
Yeah, 0.
Oh, it's like that shouldn't be a thing right now. Yeah, so with 2 successes, something is definitely shifting around in the darkness at that. It hasn't like grabbed it or anything, but something's moving around back there.
All right.
Should we
How
risk
messed
it?
up does? Can I look and see how messed up this room looks, or how old it seems? Ish.
I mean, it's really mostly just a dark, empty room as far as you can see. The walls feel cold and hard, like concrete. And you could tell that when you were searching around, looking for a rock.
Is it
It's
like
pretty much a big, empty concrete room.
Is there any dust on the floor?
It's kind of moist.
Moist, like oldish. Are there any signs of any kind of bugs down here?
There's some like little mossy patches where like the concrete has cracked and stuff, so you can assume, yeah, there's probably some sort of bug or mite or something that lives in here.
I'm asking, can I look to see if there's any actual small bugs or anything?
You can roll investigation and intelligence. But you're also working off of Dr. Grudge's light, so.
True. 2 successes.
Yeah, nothing that you're seeing.
All right. I'm going to say we don't cross that white line, considering...
There's nowhere else to go.
And as you guys start talking out loud, you hear something kind of rustle, a little louder, a little more audible this time. And a voice is going to call out from the darkness. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that I had company.
What? Yeah. Hi, how's it going?
Oh, I'm doing so excellent today. And coming forward, you kind of see a humanoid shape like really slowly emerging from the dark.
Would you happen to know which way is out, Mr. or Mrs.?
Oh, the only way out that I know is right back that way that you came in.
Oh. Ain't that some? How did you get here?
I've always been here.
What's your name?
I'm Mr. Tangle. And at this point, it's probably as close to the light as it's gonna get. Can you guys roll me a perception investigation and intelligence? Keep on to say perception. All 3 of you.
Chance die. Nope.
4.
4 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. 4 as well.
Okay. You're both going to notice pretty right away. It's close enough. It's a person. It's a younger, teenage-ish girl, as far as you can tell from the shape of it. But something's just not right with the way it's moving and the way it's holding its body. It just seems kind of unnatural.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I've been here a real long time.
So, do you suppose someone put you here, or did you come here of your own free will?
I go anywhere due to my will, but other people keep me here due to their will.
Well, that doesn't sound nice.
It's not. I wish you could help me. Can you help me?
How could we help you?
I just need somebody to come over here and help me with this door. And she's motioning behind her.
I thought you said the stairs were the only way out.
I mean, they are. I can't open this door.
We can see you right there.
Yeah?
Why would you need to open the door to get out if the stairs are on this side of it?
I don't want to go up there. I want to go out here.
But I thought you said the stairs are the only way out.
They are, because I can't open the door.
Can I roll an occult check?
What's on the other side of the door?
That's where I lived.
All right,
It's
so
intelligence and occult.
Okay, sorry. I was wondering what the fuck was that. All right, here we
Would it
go.
be if I make that same roll?
Sure.
Just the one.
Yep.
And
Just
I can
one?
roll, since I would have -1, can I roll a chance roll?
Sure.
Fail.
Yeah, I mean it's a really very creepy girl who calls herself Mr. Tangle.
You know, Mr. Senor Tangle, we've seen some weird, strange things tonight, and we're kind of a little, I wouldn't say afraid, but we're concerned that things, especially in this part of the library, might not be as honest and forthright. What kind of guarantee could you give us that you would not harm us if we released you?
Oh, why would I want to harm you? I'm all alone down here, and I just want to go back to where I lived.
Where exactly are you from?
I'm from the other side of that door.
What's on the other side of the door?
Where I lived.
Where did you live?
On the other side of that door.
Oh, as much as I like circular reasoning, and my students know as much, this is getting us nowhere. So there's two ways
the only
out.
way we can go somewhere is either up those stairs or out this door.
Oh, come on. Come with us up these stairs and we'll figure out a way out together.
I can't go up the stairs.
Why not?
They won't let me.
Who's they? They're not here.
I think she means the stairs. Why do they call you Mr. Tangle?
Because my name is Mr. Tangle.
Why is your name Mr. Tangle?
I'm just gonna shake my head at this point.
Because that's my name. I'm Mr. Tangle.
Is
The hell did I walk back into?
is our scar hurting or anything? Any sort of nothing? Nope. I'd like to look at where it says "Don't pass the white line." Are there any other instructions or anything else I could see?
You got to take a couple steps back up the staircase to see it, but once you go up there, no, it just says "Never cross the white line."
Once he comes back down, can I tell her whatever it is, he, she, Mr. Tangle, to step close to the light so we can see her better?
I can't get any closer to the light. And then at that point in time, about right when Dr. Grudge is done stepping back into the room from looking at the spray paint on the wall, a light kind of shines in from behind you guys. And where the staircase just was, it's now an open door back out to the side of the library. And Miss Jenkins is standing inside the door going, "What on earth? You need to leave this room immediately."
We are more than happy to do so. There were stairs and some tangly feller. Yep, out we go. Come on, ladies and gents. I'm just gonna usher them the fuck out. I'm not even gonna make eye contact with Miss Jenkins.
Okay, that's it. You guys just all three leave?
I want
Appreciate
to
you.
ask who Mr. Tangle is and why it was in there.
Who are you
Yeah,
asking?
same.
Mr. Tangle or Miss Jenkins?
Miss Jenkins.
Thanks, Jason. We already
Thank-
heard what Mr. Tangle thinks.
Yeah.
So after you guys walk out and the door closes up, she kind of slaps a padlock back on it, and she turns around and she goes, "The Tangle entity is a mistake. It's not something for people to see, and you don't need to concern yourself with him. It's being handled."
Being handled.
Yes.
What's beyond the door? The other door.
Did you tell her what you did or no? I thought you did for some reason.
Yeah, I told her I was a professor of theoretical physics, specialty with dimensional theory and whatnot.
So remembering this, she will look back at you and you know a bit about dimensional theories. Let's just say that some doors get opened that shouldn't, and then they are very hard to close again. Especially when something's foot is in the way. You all need to leave immediately.
Would this have anything to do with Miss Jacobs' disappearance?
I don't know. I've only learned she's disappeared from you. I've yet to even confirm anything for myself.
Fair enough, but if we're putting two and two together, is there a possibility that these things could be related?
Anything is possible. Live in Carpenter long enough and you'll know that.
I mean, this is my hometown.
With Jack, Connor, you guys are out in a part of the parking lot. You can see your friends friends, air quotes, getting dragged out of the side of the library.
Immediately start walking up, and as soon as I'm within voice range, I go, "There you are. Did you guys go and leave without you? I couldn't find you."
No, the facilities were a little more confusing to find than I thought, I guess.
And while Squid goes running up to go talk to them, I'm just gonna look over at Connor and go, "You got to smoke?"
Yeah. Pulls one
But
out.
Miss
Lights one up
Jenkins
with
was kind enough to show us out, so I feel like we bothered this wonderful lady enough for tonight. I think we should be moving on.
And we know for next time the bathrooms aren't downstairs.
Well done. Okay, so you guys are all just gonna head away from the library?
Yes.
I'm gonna recap what
but
happened.
I'm gonna
inside.
keep my eye on the door the whole time, though.
I want to
Guys,
recap.
Walk away.
I want to recap what happened to us.
Okay.
So first thing Connor wants to do is, since Sky's recapping, do an occult check on the burn marks.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's occult plus intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a picture of it for evidence.
Go ahead, write that down.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. You know it's some kind of pact.
All right. Well,
Kind of like a demon contract.
how about 5 successes? Does that give more information?
Yeah, 5 successes. It's a blood curse. You've actually seen something, just in stuff that you've read, looking into it like you have, based on what's happened. This is a blood curse. Basically, the entity that provides this, if you deviate too far or too long from the task, it starts to kill you. If you start to complete the task and try to betray the person, it starts to kill you. So yeah, it's a blood curse. Basically, they have to fulfill this task after so long, or they will die.
I didn't actually hear what the task was.
You guys have to meet up with a local fortune teller named. Give me a sec. I have a large list of people. Something Sabine. Sabine's her last name.
I believe her name's Eladia.
Eladia Sabine. Eladia. Eladia Sabine.
And if I remember correctly, the fortune teller is actually not a good, no magical powers, but happened to stumble, according to the wisp, happened to stumble across an item of some power.
That was the gist of what the
and she keeps it under her crystal ball.
Yep.
Okay,
so it's not something she's going to give up willingly. And that we should
go there now.
Oh wait, so we needed to get the object from her? I thought we just needed to see.
We need to get the object and return it to the library.
Two
Mr. Smokey, to be exact.
Go ahead.
Two questions.
Yep.
2 questions. So we have 2 leads right now, right? The bar where girl was seen to frequent.
Correct.
And then also Sabine stealing the item for her so that we can get our friends absolved of this shitty curse.
Correct.
Would Connor know whether or not the fortune teller is open this late? It's late at night, right?
Yeah, she was not around back then.
So, 2 things. Would I have any information about this fortune teller as a local? Is it something that crossed my radar? And once the answer to that question is answered, I have a suggested course of action.
Yeah, you would know, like, unless you're the kind of guy who frequents like fortune tellers and stuff, you would mostly just know like where she is. She's a local fortune teller, like one of those,
that's what I'm
house
asking.
that's
Do I at least know where the location is, that kind of thing. Cool.
So those people, she converted half of her house into like a into her den. There's a big neon psychic sign in her living room window.
Cool. So I'll turn to the guys after Sky is done like explaining all this stuff. I'll turn to everyone and say, look, so I guess she's along for the ride right now. Let's go over to the bar. I know some guys over there. We can talk to some people over there, figure out what's going on with that. We can sit down back there. There's a back room they'll probably let me use because I can call in a favor. I know the door guy pretty well. We'll go over there, figure out what we need to do. Let's see if we can figure out a course of action for tomorrow when the fortune teller opens up. She's over on like 9th and what's the street name? Do you care? Can I ad-lib this?
Go for it.
Cool. She's over on 9th
Write it down because I'm gonna
Hazelwood.
make you use it later though.
9th and Hazelwood. Somebody, for the love of Christ, have a pen and paper.
All
You're
right,
at a
here we
computer.
go.
You can't pull up Notepad? Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, lives at 9th
And Hazelwood.
Hazelwood, also known the unfortunate name of a teacher I used to know.
So you're telling me bar first and then fortune teller after?
Well, she's not gonna be open right now.
Well, maybe that's to our advantage. I mean, I'm not really the breaking and entering type, but Connor, we saw part of your file. Your expertise does lie in that area.
So the only person that would actually know that information is me.
Oh, I thought we shared all
No,
that.
I handed
sure
Connor's
Jack-
file directly. So there's a reason that I actually haven't said anything about that. Jack may know some information depending on how much Connor has shared. But Dr. Grudge, Rudolph, and Sky do not know any of Connor's proclivities.
Fair enough.
Except for that they saw him take a pill if they were in the car ride. So Sky doesn't know much.
Well, then I'll look at Rudolph because he's the one that looks the shiftiest. Be like, I feel like it's up your alley.
I'll say, all right, now, hey, let's put a bag on that. Trust me, I have an idea. We can talk about this. We can plan this. We can make this work. Let's go see what information we can get from the bar over at the bar. We'll sit down. We'll talk about it over a drink. It'll help it'll help this out. Just let's do this. It's a good idea.
All right.
I'm with this guy. He's a man after my own heart. Let's go to the bar. That sounds fantastic.
So you guys are gonna head over to it's called King's Cross is the name of the bar.
Seriously, King's Cross?
Is it a Catholic bar?
It is not a Catholic bar. It is King's
It is
Cross.
the farthest thing from a Catholic bar.
Then you walk in and you see all kinds of like weird sex toy crosses on the wall, leather daddy bar. Who knows?
Actually, surprisingly, despite the name, King's Cross is a little where your bar is a little more, you know, I don't want to say clubby, but it's a little younger. Like your bar has a need for, you know, there are college kids getting in fights and rowdy. There's like,
a reason they have someone like me doing door, because it might be a problem every once in a while.
Right. This place is a little more like, this is where the old farmers go to drink. This is where the old timers go to drink. This is a small, wooden, smoky dive shithouse.
Cool.
And this is the bar where Homegirl was said to have gone frequently, right?
Yeah, she would know some people.
Murdered girl. Okay.
What she said was she had made friends with a couple of the employees there and was sleeping on one of their couches.
Do we know what those employees are, or who those employees are? Sorry.
No, she just said it was a couple of the employees at the. She would have said.
Hearing any mention of the fact that like there's a couple of people over there, I'm not worried about that in the slightest. Like I know the door guy over there. I know he's a homie. Like we're good. Like I can walk my way through all this. I know for a fact that I'm good on this.
Actually, right, so roll me streetwise and. Ooh, I guess manipulation? No, because you're not talking to somebody. I'd say streetwise and presence.
Can Connor roll this too because he has barfly?
Yeah, you can both roll this to see, you know, who you know there.
Streetwise versus presence, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm only picking presence because I feel like manipulation does not accurately describe the situation. Not that presence is better, but.
4 successes.
8 successes.
Damn.
Okay.
Son.
So you guys are pretty familiar with the two folks who would be working tonight. That's the bartender Carl Mercer, and then the waitress is
man.
Carla Ray. Those would be the two who are like on staff there that night. Younger folks, you know,
Carla, huh? Creative.
Actually, you would know them well enough to know that that is actually a running thing at the bar. For some reason, a lot of tourists think that they're dating because of Carl and Carla, and it's actually become a really grating talking point for them. They really loathe it when people point out the coincidence in their name.
Okay.
That is actually in my notes. I'm not just being a dick.
Oh no, that's the DM right there calling you a dick for calling him out.
So
legitimately is
knowing that information as we're about to get in the cars and head over. I'll say, hey, look, so the bartender's name is Carl and the waitress tonight, she's Carla. Don't make any points don't say anything about that, man. It really rubs them the wrong way. Just be nice, friendly guys that I know you can be, all right? I'm going to be bringing you in here. I'm going to introduce you guys. I'm going to ask them for a favor. So just let me and Connor do the talking, all right?
On that note, Squid. So, quick thing. If we're not getting the answers that we want, are these like friends of yours or something?
I know Carl. Don't worry about it. He'll tell us what's up.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking is because if they are loath to share information, are we like, are these like friends of yours? Am I like hard pressed not to pod press? If you know what I'm saying.
So I feel what you're laying down. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well,
I'll let you know. Okay, take it like this. I'll let you know if for some reason I can't get through to Carl.
Who's good cop and who's bad cop?
If I'm bad cop, I'm for sure a bad cop.
I'm top cop.
If so if you can't get through to Carl, the code word is banana. All right, just say it in confidence. I don't care how the fuck you say it. The code word is banana. And when it gets to that point, say it if Carl's not willing to share information, and I'll take it from there. Does that sound fair to you?
That's
Do I have
fair.
permission? Do I have permission?
I
to,
understand what you're saying.
get
I
your
understand what you're saying. That's fair. But you got to promise me that until I say that, no matter how whatever, till I feel like I can't control the situation anymore, that you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing like that. Till I say it.
bro, it's not about controlling the situation. It's just about, this is like pertinent information. This is something we got to figure out. So
That's why I say just let me handle it.
all right, I'll trust you on this one.
Rudolph is still very tired, and he's like gonna fall asleep at the bar as soon as we get there.
Outside of the game, I just find it funny that he's only warning Connor, not anyone else.
I mean, I'm the one who knows.
I said outside of game.
Okay, so as you guys head down to King's Cross, it's not a long drive. Town's not very big. Takes you 5 to 10 minutes to get there. You walk in, small, divey bar. You see your friend Carl behind the counter. He waves at the two of you. Hasn't really put together that two people he knows now know each other. It's not that uncommon in a small town. And Carla's in the, sitting at the end of the bar texting. There's not really a lot of people in there. Mostly the only guy you can see is a town drunk that you guys would actually know. He's the he's really just that. He's the town filthy drunk, not homeless, but like damn near. Lives in, a rickety shack on the edge of town. The guy's name is Manfred Zeppo. Most people just call him Manny.
Cool. I'll walk up immediately straight over to the bar. I'll say hi to Carla, walk over to Carl, lean on the bar. Hey, Carl, listen, man. Do you think we could use your back room real quick? I know you got a table back there. Like, I want to order around, and I need a place to talk to some of my friends real quick.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it.
Dude, thank you so much. Hey, guys, what do you want?
Whiskey and a straw.
I'll sigh
What?
and say,
Trust me.
Enough.
everybody else?
Basil Hayden's on the rocks.
Oh, those are all words.
Jameson, 2 cubes.
All right.
Okay,
okay.
out of
Am
game.
I
I'm
the
out.
only one doing a little bit of tequila after the night we had?
Out
Yes,
of game.
you are. Tequila tastes like shit. That's why we don't drink it.
Oh, you watch your mouth, boy.
Go
Sorry,
ahead,
what were you
Sage.
saying?
You call him boy.
Go, Sage.
Out of game. What's the girliest drink you know of?
The gummy bear.
No, the Scooby
Blowjob.
snack.
You got me excited.
Sex on a
when
beach.
Boy, and accidentally
Blowjob.
poured way too much
Blowjob.
in my cup.
Oh no, whatever shall you do.
God damn. All right.
Hey, Devin, what's your favorite drink again?
I usually do like gin and tonic or beer.
There you go.
Classy. I'm just gonna have you order a sea breeze.
Works. I'm
Fuck
Play to the character.
cranberry. Yeah, sea breeze is.
All right.
You all
While
make
everybody's real quick, while everybody's moving into the back room to go have this conversation, real quick, Connor's gonna tap Squid on the shoulder, and he's gonna be like, "I'm gonna talk to this guy right here real quick, and then I'll be in. Just give me like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. Don't worry." He wants to go talk to Manny, the town drunk.
Okay. You get over and he's kind of slumped over, head on hand, drink in front of him, half drink. Clearly he's had several.
Goes, "Hey there, buddy. What you drinking?
Gin.
What kind of gin you like, Manny?
Cheapest gin I can buy.
What if I bought you some nice gin, Manny?"
If you're paying, you can make it whatever you want.
Connor is going to ask Carl. Hey, Carl, can you do me a favor? Can you get me a Hendrix and tonic with a cucumber, please? Some fancy shit from my buddy Manny right here.
He's gonna just kind of go over. You sure about that?
Oh, I'm positive.
All right. So he goes. He's it's on the queue. It's not coming up now because he's making everybody else's drinks. But yeah, he's working on it.
Says, "Hey, Manny. So you come here pretty often, right?"
Practically live here.
All right, so man after my own heart. I appreciate that. Now, let me ask you something. would you happen to know a girl named Shelly Jacobson?
No, but if you hum a few bars, hold on. if you hum a few bars, I can do it. And about this time, the G&T comes sliding down in front of him, and so he's sipping away happily.
Okay, no. As it comes sliding down, before he grabs it, Connor's gonna grab it and put his hand over it really quick and say, like, Manny, I need you to think real hard right now. I need you to think real hard. Young girl, Shelly Jacobson. What's she look like again? Connor would know. What'd she look like again?
She was. I have notes. They're far back. Where
All
is
dark
it?
and Asian.
No, actually, not that at all.
You've gotten farther from the description, actually.
Yeah, no. Young, like early to mid 20s, college age, fit blonde girl.
It's like, yeah, she's a young 20s, fit college girl, blonde. You know who I might be talking about, Manny? Do you have any memories of her popping in and out of here? And Connor's gonna roll a. What should I roll, Devin?
Well, what are you trying to get out of him? You just trying to grill him?
No, I'm not trying to grill him. I'm trying to relate to him. I mean, I kind of pity the guy. He's a nice dude. I don't really want to I'm not trying to intimidate him or fuck with him. I'm just.
No, you really don't need to roll anything for that. It would more be how you read what he responds to that. You can put out what you need to put out. It'll be his response that you'll react to.
And I say, listen, Manny, look, I know the rest of these motherfuckers here. They probably give you a hard time, I don't know what your story is, man. But you come here pretty often. And look, I'm just looking for this girl. Something real bad might have happened to her. And I just think you might be able to help me. Can you help me, Manny? Can you help me? It'd mean a lot. It would mean a lot to me. Can I roll empathy?
You don't.
Okay, for sure.
You don't need to really. He'll go. I mean, Carla's got a little blonde friend, but I think she's one of those lesbians.
Thank you very much, Manny. I really appreciate your help. And he slides the fancy gin down to him. He's like, hey, there you go, buddy. You earned that shit. Hey, don't let these motherfuckers get you down, buddy. You put that shit down. You enjoy it. And Connor's going to go walk over to Carla.
Okay. Yeah, she's basically getting the tray with everybody else's drinks and starting to head into that back room with everybody.
And Connor walks up and he's going to say, excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, miss. You're Carla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name's Connor. Look, I don't mean to bother you. I know you're busy. I know you're working and shit right now, but I just had a couple quick questions, and I was just wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for my friend. We haven't been able to get a hold of her. We haven't been able to contact her, and I was hoping maybe you could point me in the right direction. And we're worried about her. We want to make sure she's okay.
At this point, I want to turn around from talking to the bartender and paying him to the two of them and go, hey, Carla, this is my buddy. This is my buddy Connor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I can help you find somebody.
I was talking to my friend Manny over there, and he was telling me we're looking for a girl by the name of Shelly Jacobson. We're worried something real bad might have happened to her. She's been gone for a while, and nobody's been able to find out where she is. We've heard some bad rumors, and I don't want to assume anything. I don't want to assume she's doing anything wrong, nothing like that. But I heard she might be a friend of yours, and she comes here pretty often. I was just hoping maybe I could, ask you a couple questions, see if you can point me in the right direction. That's all.
What did you say you wanted with Shirley?
Is it Shirley or Shelly?
You said Shirley.
Did I?
Yeah.
It's sorry.
It's Shelly, right? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. 10 things at once, constantly.
We're a little bit worried something may have happened to her, and we're just trying to find out where she might be. That's all.
She was fine this morning.
This morning, she was here
Yeah.
recently.
Well, I see her every morning. She rents my back room.
I'll pop up. Carla, she was supposed to have a meeting with one of us, and she wasn't there. And I'm gonna have to do the same rule that I did with Miss Jenkins.
What are you trying to do?
Lying by omission again.
Yeah. That'll be persuasion and manipulation.
Can I use my social skill inebriation? Has she been drinking on the job like some people do?
No.
Oh,
Not that kind of girl.
fair enough. Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, she goes, oh, it's weird. She didn't mention she was meeting up with anybody. She left this morning just fine.
Let me ask you something, Carla. You said she rents a room from you?
Yeah. She
Well-
started renting my back room 3 months ago. Something went wrong at her last place and said she couldn't stay there anymore.
And did she seem okay to you? Did she seem like she was doing all right? Did she seem in distress at all or anything like that?
As well as she ever does. She comes and goes so often. It's one of the breeziest people I've ever met.
All right, for sure. And I'm gonna kind of grab Squid's shoulder real quick and be like, "Yeah, I'm. You mind just give me 1 sec, Carla? I'll come bother you again in a minute. I apologize, really, I do. Continue your work. I'm gonna talk to my buddy here. I got a couple more questions for you, but I really don't mean to bother you, but I'll be right back. Okay."
Okay. She's just gonna walk into the back room and start setting down drinks.
As she goes to leave, I'll put a 5 onto the tray of drinks that she's got for.
Thanks.
Yo, Squid, buddy, we need to get in that fucking room of hers.
Yeah, I had the same thought. Let me.
No, I'm asking you some questions right now. Just hold on, real quick. Are we gonna do this with her permission, or are we gonna do this without her permission?
I don't know if we're at that point yet.
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
You got something from Manny, right? He told you what? He told you to come talk to Carla?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so that's some of the information that we've been looking for. Look, check it. How about we go into the back? We're gonna get the drinks. Everybody sits down. We can explain the whole thing. You and me can figure this out. I don't have a problem if it has to go that route, but I'd prefer not to.
All right, so we're gonna be honest with them.
Yeah, we should be honest with everybody else. Look, they have some sort of curse or something, and
don't get me wrong, that's a priority. But right now, we can't go to unless we want to be making some visits that aren't exactly sanctioned, if you know what I'm saying, to the fortune teller's house. Then right now, this is our main priority. We'll get this shit figured out, and then in the morning we'll go from there. And then if I need to acquire some things that from her, then we'll do that. But right now, maybe we're honest with your friends. We tell them what the situation is, and if they're not willing to let us go into Shelly's room, then maybe as your friend, you could provide the willing distraction for me to go do what I got to do.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, that's I'm not super comfortable with it, but if that's how it has to play out, we can make it work.
With it
we can make it work.
We got to do it.
Yeah, let's go back in there. We'll let them know. Let's explain everything to them. Let's talk to them about this fortune teller and see where they stand on dealing with this curse. See what we can do about planning, figuring some of this stuff out. And
I
if
don't think
push
you need
comes
to bring up the curse, by the way. I think we just need to talk about Shelly right now. We don't need to be talking about anything that's, you know, supernatural, and there's air quotes. We just, you know, let's just talk about Shelly. That's all we need to do right now. That's all they're concerned about. That's all we need to be concerned about at this moment. We can deal with that shit later.
I understand and I hear you, but you and me, we don't have a curse on our shoulders, so don't underestimate somebody maybe wanting to try and figure out something about that. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get you, but I don't think Carl and Carla are going to really point us in the right direction for that. We already know where we need to go to figure that shit out. Look, I'm not going to argue with you. You seem like a nice guy. It is what it is. Let's just play the shit by ear and we'll go from there. Does that sound fair?
That works for me.
Cool. Can we just agree not to put that shit on the table until it becomes...
I won't bring it up unless you do or somebody else.
Okay, cool.
Rudolph is and has been face down at the table.
Drink in hand, but not drinking it.
No. Drink under his hand, straw coming out the top of the drink, bending around up into his mouth.
An engineer.
His virtue is creative, and his vice is sloth.
That sounds like a perfectionist that can't meet his own standards.
Yeah.
So what are you guys after? What are you guys doing?
All right, so the plan was to call Carl and Carla into the back room, right, and just be honest with them and tell them what the situation is? Or are we going to talk about that first?
No, we're talking about it amongst the group. That's why I suggested coming into the back room where we could talk and really go over everything and lay out all the information that we have. Because, like, I'm assuming so far we've had brief chats here, we've had brief chats there, we've touched on certain things, we've moved around a lot. But right now we're gonna relay the information that you just got from Carla. We're gonna also ask her, hey, you know, you said you were gonna go back and talk to her again some more. I wanted to give us a chance to decompress as a group a little bit because there's been crazy baby dogs and you guys had a weird electric dude and a Smokey. And like, this has been a weird night so far. This is like the end of an acid trip, man. Like, so we're going to talk and then we'll decide where we can go from there. So I want to relay that information, or I'll turn and look at you waiting for you to relay what information you want to the rest of the group about Shelly Jacobs and...
Oh, shit. All right. So Squid's friends, they know some stuff about Missing Girl. And it seems she rented a room from Carla, and we could do a little bit more investigating into that, but we're not sure right now if we should be 100% honest or if we should just do the shit behind closed doors, if you know what I'm saying. I have no problem getting my hands dirty if necessary. I'm not a shitty guy, but I am a shitty guy. You get what I'm saying? But that is what it is. That's neither here nor there. The issue is we got a lot of shit to take care of. I don't know what's up with those fucking marks on your arm.
Yeah,
but
what about Smokey and the curse here?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's a priority. That's your safety, and that's fucked up. And we can take care of that, but we can't.
Jack, you look like you had something
do you want to
say.
go take care of that now? Do you want to take care of that first? And if we do take care of that first, like, that's going to require some breaking and entering because it's not business operating hours. Or do you want to deal with this shit first, and then in the morning we'll go from there?
My only 2 cents for what it's worth is being honest or not with Carla. So you're telling me that you're debating whether you're going to tell her that her friend's been impaled on a spike that transformed into spiders and fled off into the night.
Keep in mind, I strongly disagree with that course of action. I already lied, and I would like to keep I would like to continue lying.
Oh my god!
May I
Wait. The look on your face when you were getting into character with that was beautiful. Look here, guy. I need to keep this shit going.
Well, this is
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to. I would love to tell a little friend is dead because that would be the nice thing to do.
I'm currently
Go ahead, Sage.
I'm currently looking at you guys in both horror and disgust, but excitement at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Because for the
Sky
first
knew
time-
nothing about this.
Because for the first time, I'm realizing she's dead, and you're trying to figure out why. Because I have not yet. I've yet to be filled in, and his blurt right there was first I heard of it.
Yep. You can feel free to react to that.
So what I'm hearing is I should try and take Carla home, distract her, while you guys go into the back room.
I think you're hearing what you want to hear, Hoss.
I mean, I always could.
Oh, you know what?
No, I might actually.
I don't mind sharing. Why don't we both take the girl home?
Oh no, I don't want your ugly ass in the picture.
In the immortal words of fuck, I can't remember the rapper's name. I'm drunk. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. You know. So,
Classy.
I'll look at Grudge and go, "You're not her type."
Warren G. Excuse me.
That's why we have Sky.
I mean, you guys don't know my background yet.
That's fair.
You just volunteered to take her home too.
You did volunteer to take her home, so that tells me something.
Yeah, I'm not assuming.
You're at least in your experimentation phase of college.
Are any of you going to comment on the fact I just offered to take a girl home?
We literally
We
just
have
did.
been.
I did.
What did you say?
We said.
Go
Squid
ahead.
said that I'm not her type, so I said that's why we have Sky, because you volunteered.
All right, look. Jokes aside, I think personally, and I vote.
I wasn't joking.
I'm just saying this is a
I'll take
democracy.
one for the team.
You do you, homeboy. That's good for you. I'm just saying. I think based on all the bullshit we've been through tonight, and it's fucked up, and it's wrong, and we're here, I would like to institute a democracy here on a vote. Does that sound fair to everybody? And if so, I would like to place my vote on the side of let's deal with this shit first, and in the morning, let's go to the stupid fortune teller lady's bullshit place, and you guys can talk her ear off while I steal the shit out from underneath her.
Why do I sense a lot of contempt for the supernatural and the said bullshit fortune teller?
None of your goddamn business.
I'll interject. Look, hey, it's if that's just what he thinks of it, that's fine, right? You're picking at something without getting the full message.
No, I'm starting to think he doesn't believe us when we talk about Mr. Smokey and
maybe he
Lucy
believes
and Marge.
only what he's seen. And I'll turn look at Connor. It's like, you saw the spiders, right?
I saw all that shit. I don't disbelieve anything. I believe it. I just choose not to be a fan.
Well, I'm gonna be fair. Right now, the biggest thought that comes to mind when I see those particular curses is better you than me.
I don't disagree, but I'm also not an asshole, and these guys have helped us out as much as we've helped them, and I would like to.
I'm not saying we don't help them. I'm just saying, like, they're all like, reacting the way they're reacting. But the thing is, I mean, we asked to wait so that we could all go as a group. They ran off, and this is what happened. I mean, lesson learned.
To be fair, the majority was in the library. You ran off.
And look how that went for you.
I'll pause that conversation again, turn to Grudge and say, while the majority of us did go into the library, I asked you to stop. I asked you to take them back, and you didn't want to. And then I'll look at Rudolph
Take-
and say, but that's neither here nor there. If we can agree to work as a group and find a way to move forward with something that everyone's okay with, maybe we can figure our way out of all this shithole.
All right, look.
I'm
we're already
gonna
here.
say this. Let's just vote this right now. All right, we got.
That's what I'm saying.
We're pretty much figuring that we're gonna deal with the fortune teller in the morning because no one wants to break into her place tonight. Fine. So
I
how
mean, I
about
wouldn't mind if we had to? I'm just saying. I would like to do this first.
I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. Realistically, we're here now. Why don't we just check out the room here and figure out a way to do that here? Since we're already
I don't think
here.
the room's here. I think the room's at
It's
Carla's
Carla's house. I know Carla. I don't know her
The
that well,
room
but
is
I know
here.
her.
The room is here. The room is here. She was
Yeah,
renting the back room here.
Is she renting
She
the
was
back room at the
renting Carla's back room.
She's renting Carla's back room at Carla's place.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
at the
sorry,
bar.
sorry.
It's not at the bar.
That's where my confusion was lying.
That
I'm
was
like,
why.
either way, we have to go somewhere.
Right. Devin, what time of the night is it?
So like the library had closed, but she stayed open pretty late for you guys. So it's actually like 10 o'clock, maybe 11.
Cool.
Connor's gonna bump Squid on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, how much longer till Carla's shift's over?"
Well, so if she's working and if she keeps getting orders and she keeps making money, then her shift will go longer. But if it's a slow night at the bar, they'll cut her early so that the owner of the bar doesn't have to pay her as much.
All right. Here's what fuck.
Can't we just hit the place now if she's working?
Yeah, but who knows how long she's gonna
Besides
take.
the drunk
Right?
over there, we're the
Somebody-
only ones in here.
Can somebody stay here and keep her busy? Can a group of people stay here and keep her busy? While some of us with less.
Oh,
Hey, Grudge, you want to spend the next 3 hours hitting on her?
Well, I'd like to spend the next 15, 20 minutes hitting on her and then moving on.
Attaboy.
Wow.
I can't. I'm gonna facepalm like deadass just at the table while we're all sitting there. He says that I'm just gonna facepalm and shake my head. He's not feeling what I'm laying down at all.
Oh,
He's just like,
I-
whoop.
If you want me to sit here and distract her, I will enjoy some libations, and I will sit here and make a lovely conversation with Miss Carla.
And order drink after drink to keep her here.
That was my point.
Sounds
Libations.
good.
And
On
Rudolph
top
can
of
take
that-
a nap.
I suggest, Squid, she's your friend. Maybe you go tell her that Grudge is like a high-paying customer, and they'll keep the money rolling if she keeps the drinks rolling. You know what I'm saying? Just so she has a little bit of motivation, or else they might throw his ass out for being too drunk or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or just wanting to go home. So maybe give her the motivation of a little bit more scratch, so she stays around.
I
And
got
we
you.
can
I got you.
We can go do what we got to do.
I got you. That's not a problem. I would suggest we move out of the black room. We clear out of Carl's back room. We go sit at the bar, and I'll walk by. I'll go and let her know that who's gonna go and who's gonna stay. Is it just gonna be Connor gonna go, and all the rest of us are gonna stay?
I want to go.
I suggest Rudolph hangs out. I think he's had enough. Look at him.
You hear a
Hell yeah.
Jack, what about you? Where do you sit on either side of this?
I'm on the side of getting something done.
I don't doubt your ability. I'm not asking about that. I'm asking
Well,
about
Jack-
how you feel about what Connor's gonna go and do.
Jack, can I ask you to come with us? It might be necessary to have a medical professional as well as a man who is talented with firearms, just in case things get shifty.
It's fine. I can do that.
All right.
And as to your first question, Squid, you saw my background. You know where I'm from. It doesn't bother me.
Fair enough. Just wanted to confirm it. So I'm gonna turn and look at Sky, and I want to take this second, like have an oh shit moment of going, hey, we've just been talking about a lot of shit that Sky did not realize, and we've kind of inadvertently filled her in on this. And I want to check in with her. I want to turn and go, "Hey, Sky, I know this is a lot to take in right now, but from what I read earlier, you're into this sort of thing, and well, I know now you've got this mark was the same as Grudge and Rudolph, and if you stick around with us, we'll see what we can do to help you with that." Where I'm trying to get a feel for her as a person, as a character. What's your take on this?
Before I even open my mouth, you can tell by my demeanor I'm excited in what's happening and being with you guys and all this crazy cultist stuff, just all being around it. I'm just like an ecstatic little girl. And I say, I mean, if I'm glad to be here, I mean, if whenever we get a chance, I'd love to get rid of the curse, but I mean, I'm here with you guys other than that.
Connor looks at the rest of the party that's leaving to go raid the house. There's 2 questions. Sky, have you been drinking? No, right?
I had like one of the girliest drinks there was.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine. You're driving. You're driving.
Do I have the skill?
And you're also going to be the Never mind. We'll talk in the car.
I do have
and that's all he's got to say.
Okay.
So who's staying and who's going?
So Grudge and Rudolph are going to stay here. Jack and Connor or Sky are going to go. It remains to be seen if it'd be better for me to go or if it would be better for me to stay.
You might be better off staying. You're friends with them. You can strike up a conversation, bullshit, keep ordering drinks. She may stay around and hang out and bullshit with you.
I'm going to put this into a game element, though, that is more a warning than anything. I'm only going to be able to craft one thing out of this, because, like, you all sitting around in the bar and chat with the bar matron. Like, yeah, we can do some social rolling on that. That's about 5 minutes worth of stuff. The heist part is going to dominate next week's if you guys, just like pre-warning, just prepare that if you don't go for this, next week's going to be super fucking boring for you. There's going to be very little that happens. Because there's only so much, like, unless somebody robs the bar, there's really only so much I can do with, we sit at the bar and strike up a conversation.
Roll dice to see how long you keep her busy.
I mean, but again, that's like 3 or 4 dice rolls.
So do you treat this like, because this is 1st edition World of Darkness, right? Second edition?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have the walls anymore to for the breakpoints to build up rapport with a person like it used to be?
Not really.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I think I remember that from the original. What's up, Clifton? You have that face.
No, doesn't matter.
No, you had Clifton face. What is it?
This is New World of Darkness, but it's I think when you say 2nd edition, you're talking about Chronicles, right?
This series, which is not part of Vampire the Masquerade or Hunter the Reckoning, this is part of Vampire Requiem and Werewolf, not Apocalypse, whatever the second, or the Forsaken.
Emo kid fucking shit.
Sad boy status.
Well, welcome to all of World of Darkness, Colin.
This is the first time I've played a World of Darkness game.
We are the night, clearly.
Second time I've played a White Wolf game.
All right.
Yeah, I never remember which one's Chronicles and which one's not Chronicles because neither one is actually called that. That's like a designation people have given it. It does not say anywhere on either book.
I'm kind of assuming it's not then to answer my question. Just
it's not.
Yeah,
there would be a lot more rolling and a lot more interacting required.
Devin, have you actually downloaded the Chronicles book that I put up on the box?
I mean,
cover says Chronicles of Darkness.
That one does, but what we've been working off of is this one.
Hey guys, interest in streaming right now.
start.
Yeah,
What,
no. So
what,
what's going down there?
Oh, yeah.
Who's staying? Let's do that.
Okay, wait, real quick. On the side note that Devin presented, as long as I'm fine going either way, whichever is better for the party doesn't matter with me. As long as Eduardo and I'm totally blanking on your name right now. I am sorry.
Sage.
No.
Oh, you mean oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Rudolph.
You can just call him by the name on the screen.
Rudolph, but I was trying to go with real names because it's outside
Cliff,
game information.
Jack Hale.
However, whatever. The people who are staying, the people who are going, as long as that is okay with them for the next.
Right, yeah. I'm not
I'm fine with
telling
that.
you can't. I'm just warning anybody who's like, yeah, I'll stay. The heist is probably going to be the longer chunk of next week. So just be prepared for that.
Right.
Fair
So in
enough.
game, I'll turn and look at Connor and Jack and say, "Hey, do you think I will be more helpful here, taking care of holding the fort down with these guys, or do you want me to come along?"
Well, the way I'm looking at it right now, I see Grudge being given free reign and Rudolph just kind of sitting there, not stopping him when he goes too far with Carla. How do you want to broach that?
Well, Carla can handle herself from what I've heard. So, as long as the tips keep coming in, she's a good waitress, right? She knows how to handle that. And if things always get a little too hairy, well, Carl used to work at the other bar that I was at, and I know for a fact that he can handle himself. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about anything concerning that at all. So Grudge, and I look over at him, like, even if he goes a little too far, like we just because he doesn't understand or because he's trying too hard or whatever.
I feel like y'all talking about me while I'm standing right here.
I'm just merely saying I'm waiting for him to open his mouth, stick his foot in, and Carla and Carl throw his ass out.
I'm gonna turn.
Hey. Here's
I
the
am debonair as fuck.
Here's the thing. If you stay here, these are your friends. If you go, you'd be an aid, for sure. I'd love to have you. It'd be fantastic. We can get a lot more shit done. But if you're here, you can not only keep these motherfuckers in line, you can keep your friends, the bartenders, from having a problem with people being here late. It's really up to you. Whichever way you want to go, I'll fucking make it happen on my end. But
I'm gonna flip a
personally,
coin.
If you were to ask me personally, I would
You know
say,
what? Hold on. Y'all are assuming way too much. I don't have to stay here. I will just go. I was trying to be helpful, and I am a bit offended at this whole line of conversation.
No, your ego's offended. There's a difference.
Oh no, my ego's too large. My ego cannot be offended.
Okay, wait. So I'll turn and I'll turn to Grudge and say, no offense meant. It is merely per our previous conversation, and also knowing the bar scene as well as I do, sometimes a drunk word is spoken in a way that it is not meant. This is not a shot at your character. I'm sure you are as every bit as capable and as debonair as you say you are.
so why don't we do this? Why don't you stay behind with Rudolph, and the rest of us will go?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I was just trying to help.
That sounds fair. I mean, we
y'all
got a
can
job
figure
to
this
do.
shit out
I'm
on
just
your
trying
own.
to get this shit done.
I like how we're all nice boys, except for Sky. She's the nicest boy.
Yeah, that works for me.
I think he's either had too much or not enough. Rudolph, are you feeling all right?
I'm gonna clap Grudge on the shoulder and say, I think you're right.
Okay, so for next week, sounds like there's going to be a break-in to Carla's house while the others sit here and try and distract Carla.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
A lot of party splitting.
Yes, I've noticed. All right. I think that's probably where we'll at least end the stream part.
All right.
Thank
Thanks for
you for
joining us for
joining.
another episode of Carpenter.
A very chaotic episode.
We'll get it together.
I feel like they're all going to be like that. But yeah, awesome. Thanks for those that were with us in the chat too. And have a good night.